Hey, hi, hello. This is Sarvana from aforanalytics, and in this video, we're gonna look about the performance analyzer in Power BI. Stay tuned. Alright, the performance analyzer. So, what it is, so why we need to use that. Performance analyzer is a simple inbuilt tool in Power BI desktop to analyze the performance of each element or a whole report in Power BI. So, how we can access the performance analyzer? So to access the performance analyzer, so we need to go to the view tab, then following by performance analyzer. So when you hover over it, can easily show you that assess your report's performance and identify areas of improvements. So when you click that, so it will automatically pop up and a separate window. You can minimize it, you can do whatever you want. So it shows a several element: start recording, a faded out refresh visuals, and a faded out stop. Before that, so we have a very simple report. We have a bar chart, a map and table, and a filter and an image. So let's say you want to understand so which component in this report taking a much longer time than other one. If you want to do a filter by feature, so how to do that? So if you want to do that, of course you need to go for performance analyzer. You need to do the start recording, which will be the number one step. Start recording. So when you start the recording, so it won't analyze anything, because you need to make some changes. You need to do some actions in the Power BI report interactions, so that it can pick up the DAX query and analyze it and provide it to you the milliseconds of a duration of a report. So I have a category filter, so I gonna filter it out by furniture. So when you look at the furniture, when I click that, so you can see a different rows for data. So I have selected the furniture in as a slicer, so it's showing as a slicer. So I made a changes to a slicer, which showing that I changed the slicer, which is an text label, and it shows the different duration of a component in milliseconds. So you can see the image, which is telling by this. So sales by city, which is a bar chart. So let's say if we have a large number of component, if you don't need to necessarily to understand the name of each component, you can just click it, and the report in Power BI report shows you which is the one selected by highlighting it. Alright, so when you have done that, so if you want to stop it, so you can do a stop, and the performance will be recorded. If you want to clear the window, so you can clear it. And let's say if you want to see the duration of each component in a Power BI report, so I'm gonna in the office supplies. I'm seeing the slicer, which is taking 79 milliseconds, and an image taking 57 milliseconds. And when you look at these things, you know uh, in the entire report, so you can see the table that this one is taking a large number of time than any other element in this report. So we're taking a lot of time in building, you know uh, to visualize other things. Alright, so these are the very simple things, so you can easily find and make use of it. You can easily see so which one is taking much more time than this one. And so if you want to, let's say if you want to take a DAX query from this report, so you can easily create a DAX, you can easily understand it. So I'm gonna just create it a simple way. Let's say I'm gonna create a measure. Alright, so I'm gonna say so I'm gonna take Austria. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Austria sales. Calculate. So the filter context would be so which is the country, yeah, equals Austria. Yes. Okay, it's error free, so I'm gonna take it and gonna add it in the table, so which is gonna show you the same number for every rows, because it is a DAX, so it does it in the overall. It won't now iterate to the each row. I didn't just create it for I just created it for basic understanding. So I'm gonna do another thing. Just clear it, stop the recording. So maybe, yeah, I'm gonna record the. Why don't you clear this filter? Yeah, start the recording again and make some interaction in the filter of his supplies. And when we go to the table, you can see the amount of time taken for a table is around 691 milliseconds, right? So if you want to analyze the DAX query of each and every one, so you can easily copy the query over here and paste it in a DAX Studio, which is a separate external tool where you can find it over here in the external tools. If you don't have it, you need to install it before that. And I have created a separate video for DAX Studio, how to install it, so how to troubleshoot it, how to use that, so you can watch it in the playlist. So when you have the DAX Studio, you can copy the query from Power BI report and paste it in the DAX Studio and try to run it uh, in top of for the Power BI model in your Power BI desktop, which is this one. So this is an overview of a performance analyzer in Power BI. So it is a very good tool to understand how it's performing, how the each elements in the reports is performing, and so this will help us to reduce the rendering time or a loading time or elapsed time, so whatever may be, so we can easily reduce it using this performance analyzer. And if you have any questions, please drop it in the comments below, and if you see any other video which is better than our video, also please post it in the comments below so we can learn together, grow together. And thank you so much for watching and have a good day. See you. Bye.